All right, welcome back. New camera, new setup. Oh my god. Okay, wait, hold on. I'm not centered here. All right, is that better? I've been like on the left side of the screen this entire time. Maybe I gotta move over right here. All right, okay. So today is day 7. It's been a full week now. Oh my god, 7 days. So much has happened in like 1 week. I feel like once you enter the workforce, 1 week is nothing. The amount of progress you can make in 1 week is so little in both your personal life and like your work life. Like you can get a lot done in 7 days for work, but like it's a never-ending constant stream of just piles and piles of tasks. So many story points, Jira tickets, whatever I don't even know. But now that like I am taking a fresh perspective on this new avenue of work, I guess I've learned so much in 7 days already about video making, about thumbnail creation, about how to get viewers to care about, especially like storytelling. YouTube is just storytelling at the end of the day. And how do you make a engaging story? How do you make someone care about what you're talking about? A lot of that is dependent on the medium you're trying to use, but a lot of it is just also just like good structuring and a good idea. But anyways, enough of this YouTuber talk. That shit's boring as fuck, and I keep saying this in all the videos, and I keep saying fuck you to whoever's watching, but that's my mantra right now. That's kind of how I'm living my life right now. It's like almost 4 a.m. today. To update, I streamed for like 6.5 hours, mainly Tetris, but also it was just like yapping to Ryan for the first like 2 hours about random shit I'm thinking about. Like literally I'm like telling him about my thumbnails and stuff, and like what the effort I'm putting into them, and like what goes behind it, and like showing like the Photoshop, or I use Photopea because it's free. It's literally just Photoshop. I don't know why you would pay for Photoshop. Fuck Adobe. I use DaVinci Resolve and Photopea, like the most based fucking editor ever, I guess, right? Like not succumbing to the Adobe ecosystem of Premiere Pro, Illustrator, After Effects, and all that shit. Yeah, and then the rest of the stream actually was like really interesting. Twitch really is just a place where you have to stay live for a long time if you don't have like a lot of different sources of viewers to flood in. And even if you do, like you just have to be live for a long time. Like I literally started off with one viewer, just Ryan, and then this one guy I like play on the ladder sometimes joined, because like we friended each other after a while, and like it was really sweet. It was really endearing. He said like,
dude, I just want to let you know, like I love playing against you,
because like I think a lot of people play like really weird, cheese, boring fucking like play styles where they're allowed to, they have the freedom to, and that's why I think the game is so fun. But also like sometimes it's just more fun to play in a more action-packed, back and forth, anything could happen at any time kind of way. I think that's cool. So he joined the stream and was just talking, and we are talking about like what makes a good stream. So because like, I've mainly been thinking about YouTube videos, but also like when you stream, again, there's so many people that are just so bad at streaming, and they complain about having 0 viewers. And of course, just like YouTube and just like everything else, you have to have a certain amount of luck, but at the same time, like you have to maximize your chances of making it. Like how do you do that? Take inspiration from the people that are successful. At least like if you can't think of anything on your own, like literally don't copy the 1-to-1. Like I think Ludwig's yoink and twist method is like really fucking good. I've been doing that subconsciously with like literally everything, like my editing style, like the transition, the sounds I use, the ideas. Even like I make sure to look up other people's videos and make sure I'm not copying them, but at the same time I look at the formats they're using. And like today I was like on stream like watching some random YouTube videos from random people, and literally you can tell instantly what makes a certain video pop off, what makes a certain video not get any views. I pointed out specifically the first 15 seconds of like videos that had less than like 5,000 views, and then videos with like 2 million views. Okay, it's a good premise, but like I'm bored. You know, the first
tactic seems to be that you make these things very expensive and cast a smaller net.
9 seconds, way too long. Way too long. You need to, like, you start to get bored. Like, I start to get bored. Maybe I have ADHD, but like, the first couple of
Connect,
like,
a Japanese
what's the cut? 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5, 4 seconds.
Anime, it was generally well received by critics.
2, 4.
That being the case, how many copies of its Blu-ray do you think it would have sold? Now, keep in mind that many anime aren't exact expensive and cast a smaller net. Even so,
10 seconds in your first 30 seconds, you cannot be doing that. You cannot be having 10 seconds. But like this video performed well, you know, and it's good, and I'm sure like he's probably made even better videos now. He's a Sonic channel now, and like immediately you can tell there was thought and effort put into these things that like you need to think about as a content creator, especially a YouTuber. I think as long as you are willing to be open-minded about these things and can craft a story in a way where it still abides by the principles of things that work, it's like really simple if you just like know what you're doing. If you have enough experience, like I've watched thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of hours of YouTube videos, so I have an unfair advantage there. People talk about unfair advantage. What is my unfair advantage? I am willing to be fucking autistic. Maybe I should censor that. In like a positive way of like these people that are able to like lock in on one thing at a time and get really good really fast. And I don't think I'm the most talented person necessarily, maybe in certain aspects of my life, but like there are a lot of things where I'm really not the most competent person, but just the willingness to fail over and over and over again, at least like on my own. I do have like some struggles of failing in front of other people and like looking really stupid and cringe and things like that. But if you have something where you can make something or do something every day and get better and better at it, like you should truly just do it, even when no one's watching. Like I think Nathan, you'll be watching this video, and like the game you're working on, I think like that is so inspiring. Like just like it's been years you've been working on that, and like you left a comment. Let me see what you said. When I was first making Journey to Grand Wizard, I could spend all day working on it because everything was much simpler and I could get so much done. As I got better, everything just took longer to do because I had higher expectations and I actually felt less accomplished in the same amount of time. I think that's true in a lot of ways. Of like, I think it is such an insurmountable task when you have this vision in your head of making something great, and you can put as much time into it as you want. But in reality, when you look back on it, even when I like was playing your game, it's like there's clearly so much more polish in the second half of the game than the first half of the game. And like in reality, if you wanted to make like an actual game like that, you would probably want to go back to the beginning and at least like touch up and like add more things now that you have more context and have more experience. And if anything, I think whenever you finish that game, your next game will be like genuinely something that people would want to play. Like, not saying that this isn't one. I played through the entire that was fun, but like something where like you've thought about it, you've thought about the mobs, you've thought about the attack patterns, you've thought about the player experience and like the different synergies with like your abilities and things like that. And like as you play through it, like you can kind of see like the growth. Like literally the second version of the game, once you start with the NFT monkey, you start with this stuff probably doesn't make any sense for anybody that hasn't played the game, but like when you first like the Giga Chat or the emoji, or like even later on with the puzzles at the very end with like the switches and stuff, like that stuff is sick. The pedo bear fucking fight, like okay, anyways, it is really cool. I think it's really important to realize that we're all gonna get there, you know. Just don't give up, just keep doing what you love to do. If you don't actually love game dev after putting your all into this, like sure, you can move on to something else. But if you genuinely feel passionate and like have a vision of like this game or whatever that people don't know, do it. And not only do it, really fucking put your all into it and make it the best you can. And also, I think more importantly, this is coming from a YouTube perspective, but your marketing for the game and like the idea needs to be rock solid, and everything else comes after. Maybe that's not true in games. Maybe it's like even like Numby's Number Factory. I think like Nubby's Number Factory. I think like maybe it actually can go viral without the best marketing, just from word of mouth from like indie games. But even with like a lack of like artistic ability, like I definitely am not the most artistic person, at least in a graphic design sense, you can still make something really good and something that people will really like to play. But yeah, anyways, it is late, so I'm probably gonna wrap this up. This is another I'm doing this like every night. Honestly though, if I'm not doing anything, I'll probably make these videos earlier. But today, literally that stream, oh yeah, I guess to finish up on that point, I was streaming to that guy who I play against, and then which is fun, we're just like talking and I was playing some Tetra League, and then Wumbo rated me, which is really funny. He had like 20 viewers maybe. And then also Fortism too, he rated me as well. Like he's like one of the best 40-line sprint players. They wanted me to try this Cultress thing, which is like a different type of Tetris, which is interesting. What the fuck? Is this you? Are you one key effing? What the fuck? This, yeah, this literally feels like I'm watching like the Salem witch trials right now. Like I realize streaming when you have an actual chat is so much easier than if you have literally 0 people. Like even one person makes it better, but like it was the first time I was streaming where like I couldn't read all the messages. I like read them all, but it was difficult to like keep up because I was like went on tangents on like almost every point that people brought up, which I think like could make for a good like streamer, like a small streamer that like engages with their audience. I think that's cool, but I don't think I want to play Tetris as my main game. I think maybe grinding Super Mario 64 speedrunning as a streamer could be fun, but streaming just takes up so much time. Like I do need to spend time on making videos to give ideas, so it's like this is kind of like detracting on that. But I also do like just, you know, yapping to people. Like the entire stream, if you go to the VOD, like there's not like a single minute where I don't say a single word. Like I'm just yapping constantly the entire time. And if anything, like I do like doing that, and that's what these videos literally are. So I'm just yapping all day every single day at this point by just playing the game. But at the same time, you don't have to struggle as much as at least I did when I first started. That was a weird ass spin. I've never done that spin. Maybe. Besides that, I went back to that small Solidifire streaming today. Like he was streaming and talked to him a little bit. And like I said this last time, but it's like just fun to talk about this game because like no one's watching, but I'm watching because I care. He cares, and like that's all you need. You just need a few people that care, and like you can feel like what you're doing is not a waste of time, and that it is important.
I'm not gonna edit this video too much, so
that's kind of it. I think if anything else, I did work on the Big 3 video today a little bit more on like research much. My older brother Andrew is a hip hop head, so he knows what he's talking about way more than I do. I literally called him and talked to him for like an hour or two, of, like trying to get like the most information I could about Drake, J. Cole, Get Kendrick, and like the rap beef. Not the I know about the rap beef, but like their discography and like what like each artist wants to say and how they're perceived by like their fan bases and like things like that. So I got a lot of clarity on that. I got more clarity on the direction of the video I want to go in. I don't think I wanted to make it too serious, but there are like genuine, very human and deep messaging points that like you can get from the music and from the shows. And I don't really want to make a video that's too controversial, and I really don't want like super mean comments. You know, like my guitar videos is like starting to grow. Let's check the analytics. Yeah, it's already at 4,000 views and it's like still going up. So like I don't know how big it'll get. I think it'll probably hit like 10,000 views at least. But yeah, I don't know what extent this video will get. I think like 10 or 20,000 views probably, like in reality. Not like in the next couple days, but like in like a week's time, maybe like it'll be at 15,000, and that's a good start. I think most people's first videos don't really even get 1,000 views, so this is pretty good. I'm pretty proud of what I've created, but I want to make more. You know, I don't want this to be the end. I want to keep evolving, keep getting better. I think like feeling that way shows that I genuinely do care about being good at this, and like I want to identify as this thing, and I feel like I already am, and I've already changed that mindset, and because I did, I'm able to really put my all into it without feeling like it's cringe, because like it feels like a part of my identity now. I guess the message of this video is just keep going. I think every video is the same shit, I guess. Like it's just daily video, but whatever. Anyways, fucking here.
High school is not the way Persona said it would be, because every day I take the train to school, right? I have these headphones. I literally have the Makoto Yuki headphones. It's a Persona 3 reference. I have them in my ears and I'm listening to Color Your Night. I'm listening to all the soundtrack. Within the area, I risk for you to edge to me.
Alright, I'm gonna go full moist critical. Alright, that's about it. See ya.